Teresa can't rap. I heard the rap on Instagram. She cannot rap. Welcome to another Sister Wives recap. Nick is getting ready for his day with Teresa. She towers over him really bad. And I personally think he needs somebody shorter. She really loves and cares for Nick. Is giving single white female or something like that. Fatal attraction. I don't know. It's very weird to me. Personally, I think it's weird. I'm standing by my comment, and I know I'm not taking it back. They've been friends all these years, and she always wanted to tell him how she felt. She was in a relationship when they met. So that means I don't know if it was another polygamous relationship because she said this was not her first one, but she was double dipping. Like she was talking to him and talking to these other people. That is what she was doing. And Nick initially says that he's fooling himself. Oh, we've known since the first time you came on the show. We know. And then we see Danielle and Garrett, and I thought they were weird. And speaking of them, it's Danielle's birthday. Lorena is just a very happy person to be there. We will see what happens. Danielle's brother, I don't like him. The first thing he says out of his mouth, he's like, when are y'all getting married? Are you getting a prenup? Because he don't want to lose his doggone business. If you was that scared, maybe you should have went into business by yourself and kept Garrick out of it. Because you know that he's been out here seeking a sister wife since I think season 3 or season 4. Like, what is wrong with you? And the brother already said, I don't like him, so we're going to move on. They're saying happy birthday. And the way they sang happy birthday is not the typical way I would sing happy birthday. There's like 2 different ways I would sing it. And it was neither was the best year you've had so far. I would not sing it like that. I wouldn't. And then she flashes back, sings about the Natalia proposal when that also happened on her birthday. And I feel like they have not recovered since the Natalia thing. Even though there was somebody else after her, and before Lorena, they just never recovered. And Danielle's about to cry again. And she feels so blessed that God blessed her with him and his sister wife. I'm sorry. Where in the Bible did it say for you to multiply? No matter which iteration, whether it's whatever you want to do. Where did he say to multiply? Because he did not. Okay. Multiply with children. But with wives? I don't think so. And then she always crying. And then Yessel and Dani playing with their kids. She want to establish some boundaries. How can you be friends with his ex-fiance but not realize the ex-fiance and Yessel have kids together? And she is laying down the law. She says we can do this, but you cannot have a kid with another woman, especially if it's a girl. She don't feel safe for conceiving again. Maybe it was her. Maybe something happened in her pregnancy and she don't want to have no more kids, but she also does not want to have any more kids. I personally feel, and y'all could agree with me in the comment section, maybe next week I'll start putting pictures of their faces, but for now, this is what we're going to do. I feel like Yessel and Dani should not be seeking a sister wife. I feel like you two should be working on your marriage. I know he takes a lot of business trips, and I know he's hardly there, but I feel like you two should not be seeking a sister wife. This is not the path that you want to take. This path is not for you. Y'all gonna find a woman who, in order for this to work, y'all gonna have to find a woman who don't want to have kids or has some already. And I guess she said we could go through an adoption thing or whatever, and this person could adopt, but he cannot have sex with this woman and she have kids with him. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I get it from one standpoint, but y'all agreed to be seeking a sister wife. Why are we doing this? And Yeshua sure is putting the rush on this. He says that he's about to be going out of town and this, that, and the third. Why are we rushing this? Why don't you put it on hold? This other couple, I forgot their names. Maybe I'll remember next week. 3 years, no effort. She is still feeling like an afterthought in this relationship. Matthew is giving, I don't want to talk about this. Let's have sex. Let's be intimate. Let's have sex. Let's not. Okay? And she has something to share to both him and Angelica. And it may change the whole game. Teresa, you have only been in the house for 6 months. She wants to marry someone and contribute. Nick is in shock because I don't think that's where he's at right now. And neither is April and Jennifer. I wonder how Danielle feels still being mentioned on the show. But then again, she's probably moved on with her life. And she says if Danielle was still in the picture, she would have married her. Danielle did not want to marry anybody else. She wanted to just be them four. and that's why she left. And she wants to be legally married to someone so she could share the Davis name or whatever. And if Danielle, and then Teresa says, if Danielle wanted to come back, that made me laugh because she don't want to come back. She don't want to be a part of it. She probably happy and free, and maybe she found her somebody else. I don't know. She was young. I think she was like 23 or 24. I just hope she's happy because that mess right there, messy. And the breakup they went through, surprisingly, they're being more cautious. They're not going around and seeking. They just want Teresa and that's it. But I think she wants to seek someone else so she could share the family name because they all share the name. And I don't think that Nick is ready for that right now, which is shocking. She wanted to be there, so Jen and April are like, we're just gonna go to bed. And Teresa wanted to be Nick's girlfriend for 14 years. Why didn't you approach him then? You moved on to these other polygamous relationships and this, that, and the third. And you could have been, instead of Danielle, it could have been you. And then we are back to Yessel and Dani. Around this first time around, they're seeking for the first time around, and he's Dominican, and they don't do that. And the friend is like, they're going to be stretched so thin. And I still stick to my sentiment that they should not be doing this. The friend thinks that this might break Dani and Yessel up if somebody else is in the middle. I don't have to agree with him. Y'all ain't stable enough. Y'all been through a lot, and you're not stable enough. Danielle got to spend the night with Garrick and Lorena let her. And Lena's like, so what are we going to do today? She's so excited to be in America, this and the third. And then Danielle's getting kind of sad because it's Lorena's turn to be with Garrick. And she has to move into the sister room. And Lorena's saying, is it different for her? Danielle starts crying again. Because we all know she liked to cry, right? And she's wondering how she's going to adjust. And I get it. Because she has been, even though they're technically divorced now, they still think of themselves married, and she has slept in the same bed with this man for years. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me, what did you think about the episode? Who is your favorite? Who you think need to go? Billie Jean and, oh my gosh, Reese will be back next week. And I think that the black couple, I forgot their names. I only know Angelica and Matthew and their girlfriend. I think the girlfriend wants to date other people. And I can see why, because Matthew is treating her like an afterthought. But I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.